Bubisa Center here is a water scarce trading center. For many years, the local people here have no clean source of drinking water. We have a number of boreholes that have been drilled around, but a number of these boreholes, the water is saline. And the local people have really had huge challenges in terms of really getting clean, safe drinking water. So through series of stakeholder discussions and engagement with the community, the county government of Marsabit and other partners embarked on seeking for a sustainable way of addressing water, drinking water for people and their livestock for this place. So the journey started about 5 years ago. And in the whole of this journey, the major thing is to really get a permanent source of water in Bubisa, which is free of chemicals and other salinity issues. And as we continue doing that, we ended up with one borehole that is very high yielding as opposed to other, boreholes in this locality, and the borehole is the one that's where we are standing now. This borehole was drilled by an organization called PASIDA, a local NGO. And when the borehole was drilled, like many other boreholes around, water was still saline. So we had to get into discussions with private sectors to see how best we can now purify this water. We got a partner called, it's a German kind of based organization called Human Cargo. This partner provided a solution for desalination of this now borehole water. It was a very big plant and that could do 10,000 liters per hour. It can remove salt from water and you can get 10,000 liters in 1 hour. When that was, we succeeded with that, it was a very big excitement in the entire county, not only Bubisa. Then we continued pursuing now how we can solarize the borehole and equip the borehole. This same group also, through PASIDA and other partners, but generally just the same group, they supported the equipping of the borehole and the solarization. Then we continued addressing one challenge after the other. We came in as a county government and we also mobilized for support through other partners, and one of our USAID SDC supported project gave us resources through an arrangement called direct county transfer, and they gave us about 13 million to continue with additional gaps that we had during that time in other parts of the county. So we identified this borehole as one of the beneficiaries of additional support. Through that support, we were able to do this 50,000 liter elevated storage tank. And we also constructed a water kiosk. There's a water kiosk here that is installed with prepaid water meters. As we were addressing one gap after the other to operationalize this borehole, one of the things that the local communities, through series of public participation exercises, have agreed is that water is a tradable commodity and it's not a free commodity. So we had already implemented technologies we have tested elsewhere, and we took them for benchmarking tour to see how the use of ATM will now help us to collect our revenues and ensure that this borehole will be sustainably managed from that time and going forward. Now, as we continued with this initial phase of the project, we had just one water kiosk and everybody from every end had to come here with their ATM to collect water. Now again, as this conversation continued, when the USAID Nawiri CRS project came, through our WASH sector coordination forum called West Code, we identified Bubisa again because requests were coming from the communities for bigger support. That bigger support, we wanted to link it to now nutrition issues. We wanted to link it to other bigger, WASH agenda. So the conversation at that level is how to now extend pipelines to 7 settlements within Bubisa Trading Center. Now, through CRS Nawiri project, we received support to extend pipelines now to 7 settlements so that people don't come to this center from long distances and get their fair share of water for that day. So now, again, one of the things Bubisa people agreed, which has been historically a big challenge, was revenue management. So through the private-public participation engagement, we got into a discussion with Abota local, the manufacturer of this technology based within Kenya, called Majimelele. We had worked with them as county government elsewhere. And so we also kind of had a conversation to bring them on board so that they could supply us with this technology. Now for the 7 villages with new water kiosks, we installed ATMs at all those 7 water kiosks. We introduced a pay bill so that every single person who comes to that kiosk now would pay from their M-Pesa for the 5 shilling or 10 shilling for the jerrycan that they collect. That system became a cashless system. And that was the time the cartels that were hanging around water points have to say goodbye. That is the time the town became now a Silicon Valley, the city hub, the hub for technology. That is what has made everybody to come here for benchmarking from Wajir, Garissa, from other places. And the story grew bigger and bigger. One thing I want to tell you, as we are implementing this system, major milestone is that this system brought transparency. That's one thing. This system brought equity.
What happened was that during the drought we noticed a different phenomenon. The temperatures of the water were very high, and at some point it was damaging the membranes. So we had an experimental system here where we were trying to see if the water quality will be improved through reduction of the heat through a lagoon. So we did this lagoon, and the temperatures were highly reduced, and then performance of the membranes for the reverse osmosis systems were improved. And that's why you will see it's different. It's a different setting from the other boreholes. You can see there is a tube, a flexible tube, that it now connects to the treatment plant. It was initially connecting to the lagoon, so that the temperatures will go down and will still maintain our systems. Then after the drought, it improved significantly. The temperatures went to normal, so we are back to the systems.
The main reason we came up with an ATM was because people will not get access to water 24/7, especially here in ASAL areas. Because at this time of an hour, where there are weddings, the operator could not be here. That means there will be no water, right? But now with the ATM, you can access water at any given time, that is 24/7. The other issue was on how to improve revenue collection. We have many cartels here and many places in Africa. So with this revenue collection, it has increased from 50% to 100%. So transparency it's... So this is the modern ATM where we have integrated it with a mobile payment. As you can see here, there is a pay bill account linked with Safaricom. So what we normally do, we register this token. We have a mobile payment dashboard. So we register each token. We normally train them, they do the registration themselves. So we open a mobile payment dashboard for them. So they normally register each per user for token. So if your token has not been registered, you can't these services can't be available for you. So first you have to be registered to the mobile payment dashboard. After that, you will just use the pay bill, which we have linked it with the other 7 kiosks. The account number will be your phone number.
Kiosk is at every village level. Bisan kendi na kal left du gan yori du ge ga sagale da ba na ma khafan ngale le kana bisan ka sana kana ma ka sajid alnam bisan kan no mi da siyo te gala te bisan